where you came from, because I do think there's a new audience that doesn't know about your history with Street Fighter V and how that momentum carried into 6. And I don't even know what you were doing in 2016, because you mentioned Street Fighter V, terrible release. I think we all agree about that. I love how Street Fighter V went towards the end. But 2016, the game comes out. I remember running into you online randomly, and I was like, oh, this random ass Laura random me out, whatever. And so that's the first time I remember running into you. I think it was Season 1, Street Fighter 5. And then I think that your first major appearance or notable appearance would have been NLBC versus Smug, if I remember correctly, in Season 1. Walk me through like how Street Fighter 5 started with you and how you started getting visible in the scene then.
All right, so it's the Street Fighter 5 is crazy because I remember it came out like February 2016. So I remember it first came out. I was playing a bit. I bought the game, and I had Street Fighter 4, I had Marvel 3, I had all these other fighting games. I buy Street Fighter 5, and I've been to NLBC a few times, but I never went like consistently. But I was
Right.
going for like 2012 Marvel, 2013 Marvel, because I was playing Marvel 3 at the time. And then I was like, oh, Street Fighter 5, new game, I can play this, yada yada yada. I go there, and I think it was like the second or third week I went there, and I got like fourth place to like Shine.
Mm.
I got double jeopardy by like Shine's Nash, I think. It was weird. It was
Not
very
even
early
not
on.
even Karen. It was Nash back
Yeah,
then. I
Nash.
don't remember
Yeah.
that era. This is ancient history.
So I think I got double jeopardy by his Nash. And then I got fourth place, didn't do too bad. I walked up with like, couple like 80, $70, something like that.
For
Yes,
fourth
yes,
place?
I know. I'm beginning Street Fighter 5 had 120, 180
Right.
people going.
Yeah, I
So
wanted you to make sure to make that context clear for people now, because like since COVID disrupted the whole offline scene, right? Everything's online. NLBC is still running, but obviously the attendance is
it-
very low compared to what it used to be at its peak. So Street Fighter 4 era NLBC, huge attendance, huge amount of attention every week. Street Fighter 5 drops, it's another boom. And Evo's going to have the most registration numbers ever. I think it was like 5,000 plus for that first 2016 Evo. Like, there's all this hype before everyone realized Street Fighter 5 released like 3
was
years too
terrible.
early. Yeah, like the game was not finished yet. And so people are trying to, give it their all. And you're having 100 plus 150 man weekly tournaments at NLBC in that tiny ass store.
Yeah, it was. Was that the? I think that was before Henry moved it, so it was even smaller. Actually, we were packed in. There were people still
Okay.
outside. Yeah, there were so many. That wasn't even like the big good store that you went to. That
Yeah.
was the raggedy hole in the wall
Okay, I've never
store.
been. I visited in 2018. That's
Yeah, that
when
was
I
the
was
new
able to.
store.
Okay. So this was the smaller
The
one.
old store, yeah, the old
Oh,
store
man.
was.
So
We
y'all are out
were
there in New York winter, right?
yes,
It's cold, right? Waiting your
freezing, freezing. People
waiting
are
outside
outside.
freezing.
People are outside in jackets because there's too many people. You had the DDR machines in the front, and then it was just like, I'm not even kidding, like 30, 40 setups of people just playing Street Fighter 5.
Mm.
And they had the stream station in the back. But yeah, I went there, I got like fourth to Shine, and then like, I was like, I played good. There's some stuff I could have done better, yada yada yada. Took it back, and then like I realized because I was still going to school at that time, and I was like, oh well, Henry ran this Savage Saturday event that I would always go to because he also did weeklies on Saturday. So I would go on Saturday to play a lot, and on the weekends because I had free time to play.
Hmm.
And I remember uh Henry was always there, Sanford was always there, Ar- Arturo, can I say that?
You can say whatever. Arturo was there, man. Yeah, he was.
Arturo was there. Smug, Sean Y, all the New York players, we were there just grinding all over the weekends for like Savage Saturday. We were just playing, and like it was a huge like deal because like, new game come out, we're all trying to be the best. And yeah, we're just grinding there nonstop. And it sucks now because like I want to go back to that because like you said in 6 we kind of online's kind of not like taking that away from us, but I trying to do more now because like I do want that era to come back because that was like one of my favorite times and like it
Mhm.
made me want to get better at the game.
Yeah, because like right now, you're going to NLBC every Wednesday in the era where, first of all, on Wednesday, it's TNS, which is
Yeah,
the premier online weekly, which kind of filled that vacuum because when COVID happened, NLBC ended up going online, and that grew in a way I don't think people really predicted that it would. Right? I think that actually really grew NLBC's footprint in a way that wasn't expected in terms of serving the competitive community. It took a little bit of a backseat in terms of entertainment value because people love the New York scene and the personalities and the commentary. I mean, like you'd have like Chris who Yipes would be on there, Lee Chung, and this like the visuals of the tournament and the players hopping on the mic, like the energy, like that was a fixture in the FGC. But when it went online, everyone wanted to be a part of that legacy, right? All the players. And so I don't think anyone expected the level of competition that would bring. Like NLBC Online was stacked, dude. Like that was a
it was
legit
hard. Yeah,
major, like NA regional, like the most, almost the most stacked possible NA regional every week, right? And I don't think that idea even existed back then that we could have tournaments of that caliber every week. And so coming now when COVID's settling down a bit and people are returning to offline events, now we have Tampa Never Sleeps kind of filled that vacuum with way better net code serving the entire
yeah.
country, 300, 400, 500 man majors every week, big attention, big prizing. Now it's like, why would I go to NLBC? Not to like be that negative, but like, why would I get up, go spend money, spend time, travel, go to this venue to practice when I could practice with all these players online from across the whole country?
Mm.
And you're just gonna have more variety and more caliber of players to practice versus. And I think the one thing you're mentioning is like just the environment, like that connection between community. And so you've been sacrificing that experience and practice and potential income and streaming income, really, because as a pro
Yeah.
player, streaming your tournament runs is like usually the biggest way that you draw attention to yourself. It's like the most exciting time to watch a pro player stream. And you've been getting up and streaming next level and participating in that tournament. So like, do you feel you're making some sort of sacrifice to make that happen just because you want to reignite that sort of local community connection?
Yeah, I do. It does kind of suck because, like, we have strong players at next level, but obviously, like you said, I would be getting better practice if I was playing, online in like TNS or whatever it might be. But even at the same time, like, I the camaraderie that I think that players could have, even if like you go into events, and then like I said, even for like online tournaments, like you got to think about it from whatever. If I don't get top eight, I'm just gonna turn off the stream and I don't know, go play Fortnite or I don't know, go do something else.
Okay.
Go do something else. It's not really like it's not really as like you know, like you're not there and like people act like assholes online. Like I see all the tweets and the toxic
Mm.
tweet. Nobody's gonna do that. I mean, I hope nobody does that in an offline environment. But nobody's gonna like throw a tantrum at a local because then every
Nobody's gonna throw a tantrum at NLBC.
okay, we've had a few, but but
Legendary moments.
but most people would not throw a tantrum in a public space, and people are gonna ask questions, try to get better, yada yada yada.
Right.
You can even like play another game. We've done a Mario Party tournament one time, and I'm not talking about
Right.
Street Fighter 6, but
I didn't think you were until you brought it up. Okay. Thanks for clarifying.
but yeah, you can do other fun stuff at offline events. It's not like offline events are so good because that's why like I think majors are so important and other stuff like that because you get more out of just playing. There's more than just playing. We're all obviously trying to get better and be the best, but
Right.
even at the same time, we're doing this because we're trying to have fun.
That's true. That's true. You don't have the same kind of connection building in the online tournaments. And yeah, if you lose early in online tournaments, it's over.
Yeah.
There's no consolation prize, whatever. You can watch the rest of the stream, but you're not going to be able to hit up someone for casuals really, or you're going to queue up ranked right after, right? It's like
Yeah.
back to the online grind. No, that's good that I see you trying to keep that alive because NLBC did provide a lot to not just the local community, but I mean the entire NAFGC. It's a legendary thing.